Welcome everyone to Football Meets Your Elf Star. Today we have a new episode and a new guest in this show. We always want to report for you about the off-season of the European League of Football. And our guest today is someone who played in the European League of Football last year. If he will play for them next year, we will find out, hopefully. Maybe not. We will see. But our guest is Ellis. Aaron, hi.
Hello, Matt. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very happy too that you're here. I have some questions for you, and at the end, we will do a little quick quiz like we always do, but very special for Aaron today. You will find out later.
Okay.
So, Aaron, you played for the Stuttgart Surge last year, now for the Bucharest Rebels.
Yes,
We'll get to that a little bit later, but can you tell us about yourself? We asked that the same question to everybody who is on the show. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? And where are you from?
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it says 6'3". It's like 6'2" and 3/4. So I'm gonna just say 6'3".
Okay.
I'm about 103 kilos. I'm from Valparaiso, Indiana. It's a town outside of Chicago, right on the border. Normally when people ask me where I'm from, I say Chicago because that's where my college pretty much was, Chicagoland. And then, I live 30 minutes from Chicago, and no one knows what Valparaiso, Indiana is, but everyone knows Chicago. So it's just the easiest way to explain that to people. I'm just a small town, not really small town per se, but small school quarterback who, worked hard, was given an opportunity in college that, I worked very hard for. And then when I got it, I was able to be successful, a large part due to, a great teammates that I had and great coaches that I had around me. And then I was able to start, this professional journey of playing in Europe, which I've been, very grateful for all the ups and the downs that has come with playing out here. But I'm on year 3 of my professional career, and I'm, I feel like I'm just getting started. So I'm excited to see where this thing keeps going.
Yeah, nice. So that means you went to the college. Which school was it?
Well, first I went to St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer, Indiana, which was a D2 school.
Okay.
But then in my junior year, the college shut down due to financial reasons. So I was forced to transfer out. When I transferred, I was very lucky, very fortunate to get a scholarship offer from Joe Curry at the University of St. Francis. Because I was still a backup, and that next year was going to be the year I really had a chance to take the starting role. So we talked a lot. I sent a video of me throwing, and he felt out. I deserve a shot. And I was very fortunate for him to bring me in. And then I spent 2.5 years there at University of St. Francis.
And then you decided to try the European League of Football challenge?
Well, no. I first in 2019, I went to Denmark and played for the Frederiksson Oaks in the National League, in the Danish National League, which was a really good experience. However, the team we didn't have a lot of players. And then when injuries happened and a couple of players retired, that they had to forfeit the second half of the season. So I was only able to get 5 games, but still, made a lot of family in Denmark. Denmark's a beautiful country, really good people out there. And it made me hooked on the European lifestyle. And it made it easy for me to want to come back out in 2020. And then I was signed to the Austria Steelers in the Czech Republic. I decided to go there because they had an American head coach, Lonnie Hersey, who, I built a great relationship with him, and and we still talk to this day about everything. I keep him in the loop on everything. Went there. I was lucky enough that he took my advice and brought in my college American receiver with me. So we were there for 3 months for preseason, and scrimmages and preseason games. We were just absolutely killing everybody. I mean, it was going to be a championship year, and COVID happened, unfortunately, and then missed out on that season. And then came back into Denmark 2021, then quickly hopped into the ELF, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I would really want to see you like having a full season with someone, like
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time
it'd be
like
nice.
something is happening. And
The
because
last time I had a full season with someone was my junior year of college. And I was, like I said, I came off the bench in the second game when the 4-year starter, he tore his hamstring.
Hmm.
And with 3 less games than every other quarterback in our conference and in the country, I was fortunate enough to have really great players around me and a great coaching staff. I was lucky and fortunate enough to be first team all conference, voted FAF All American, 4th in the country in passing efficiency. You know, so that is something that I do want. I want to finally, I want to find somewhere
Hmm.
that I'm in love with, have a great relationship with coaching staff and the fans and the environment, and I want to lay down like my career there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I want to build something and be somewhere long term
And
because as exciting as it's been to be hopping around countries and teams
mm,
nonstop, it's it is also a huge struggle and a huge obstacle. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to find that place. And I hope it's in the ELF, but we'll see.
yeah, hopefully. I mean, if I imagine if you're traveling around the United States, and you play once there and then you go to another state, I think it's a smaller difference than when you go to Europe and go from
Yeah,
country to
much smaller
country, right?
difference. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
with Denmark, I think you did a good choice because I think a couple of years ago they were number one on the world's happiness index. So like there are a lot
Hey,
of happy people there.
very happy people there. And if it wasn't so expensive, that's probably exactly where I'd
Mm,
want to live. But
yeah.
man, is it expensive. It is expensive.
Yeah, totally. So let's go to the European League of Football season you played last year for Stuttgart, and you came in for Jacob Wright. Um, Another season where you had to fill in the shoes or like jump in
Yeah.
right into the season. How
Yeah.
hard was it for you to adapt to everything? Because I think you were used to college rules before, right?
Yeah,
And now it
absolutely.
was
That yeah.
NFL
So
rules.
that was something that no one told me
Oh,
until the day before the game that that it's NFL rules. So I was like, "Oh boy." Because I don't think I think someone told me before the league started that they might go by NFL rules, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was in season in Denmark, so I wasn't super focused on
mm,
everything else going on. But man, I'll tell you what, it was as hard as it was. I loved that challenge.
yeah.
Landing in Frankfurt on a Friday. Was it Friday? I think it was a Thursday night. Having one practice with the team, then driving out to Berlin to play in the first game. That
Wow.
was a challenge that I very much enjoyed. The game didn't work out the way I envisioned it happening, but
Mm,
I think moments like those are moments that players like me who are underdogs, who are you know a little overlooked, all those things dream about, right? Because
mm,
no one expected me to do anything. Like they didn't even coach didn't even have me starting that game because no one expected me to have any success
mm.
in that moment, coming in. And for me, I'll always remember that moment, and I've got it saved on my phone. I've got it saved on everywhere. My first play in the ELF being a touchdown pass is going to be one of like the most amazing memories I'll always keep with me on my football career. Um, but definitely had to adjust to the speed of the game a little bit, because it's just, it's a much more talented team playing against, right? And I
Mm.
played against good talent, in Denmark and in the Czech Republic, played against some talented guys, but in the ELF, it's more spread the talent. It's not just at certain positions, right?
Mm.
You know, pretty much everyone across the board is a very solid player. So, you got to be on your toes. Um, and I felt we did a really good job when we were in Berlin. We were going into the close to the halfway mark of the fourth quarter, and we were in that game. And then just one dumb mistake on my part. It was just a missed timing. With the receivers that I just one hop the throw and it got picked off, and that kind of sealed. And then they went for it on a fourth down. They did a fake punt, and that kind of just put the and then my roommate Jock Crawford took off on us on like a 65-yard run, and that was the dagger in the heart right there. But yeah, man, it was a truly a little nervous, but I'm always nervous for a game. That's just, I love football, and I love that anticipation and the butterflies in your stomach type feeling. But definitely exciting and something I'll always remember.
Yeah, it's fascinating that you can remember like every play by play,
I remember
from this.
I can play by play for you on every game I played in. Almost every game I played in.
Well, I remember the game when you played Leipzig, because I followed the
Which
Leipzig
one?
Kings. Yeah, the first one.
Okay, the first one. Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Yeah. I think the first one was your favorite one, right?
Absolutely. Of course. Absolutely.
Was it the first win for you for Stuttgart, and the first home win too?
Yeah, first home win for Stuttgart, and my first win. Well, the only win was Stuttgart. Yeah.
But that was fascinating, though. Like, I watched that game on the TV, and I think the fans were outstanding there.
Oh, I've said it over and over and over again that the Stuttgart fans are awesome, and playing for them in front of them was just an absolutely amazing experience.
Okay. Still, at the end of the season, I think you decided that you're not coming back to Stuttgart Surge, and you, after the season in the European League of Football was over, because we have to clarify here that the other countries like Romania just started their season when the European League of Football season ended. So it's no problem for you or Alpha Yallo from the Leipzig Kings or Jock Crawford from Berlin to go there and I think earn some more money and get some more playing time, experience,
absolutely.
And play football, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, a lot of people don't know this, but I played hurt the whole season with Stuttgart. That Leipzig game, I ran it. It was the second to last drive. I took off on a run for the first down, and me and Kyle Kitchens met shin to shin, and his shins won. My shins kind of gave out.
Oh, wow.
And I had, both my shin bones were bruised. And both of my legs had huge contusions in it. I've never seen anything like it, man. Both of my legs from the knee down were just like huge blueberries for about 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I had to go into physical therapy 3 times a week to get it rubbed out and get the blood drained, because it was just collecting, and it made it so hard to run. It made it. I was in a lot of pain, man, and I never told people really, because I didn't want to get pulled. I wanted to play. I wasn't. And as long as I feel that me being on the field is our best chance to win the game, I'm not going to come off the field. So, I was playing hurt and, getting hit so many times. My body was just hurting, and it was tough, man. It was tough on me physically and mentally. So pretty much what decided it, I was talking to Coach Lungo here. He's the OC here at Bucharest Rebels. And, we were just kind of talking. I thought they were going to play next year. So I thought he was reaching out to me about playing next year. And he's like, oh, okay, so you miss one game. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, we play in the fall. And I'm like, oh, damn. and I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can play. Like, I need my body needs a break. And I was kind of telling about that. He's like, listen, with our O-line, you're not going to get touched much. And I was like, all right, why not? Let's do it. And like you said, it's some more money. It's some more gameplay. It's a chance, a serious chance to win a championship, because they're set up in a good position. And, we're 4-0 right now, we beat the number 1 team last game, and now we're number 1 and feels good. So I'm excited to push for a championship with these guys.
Well, you also, I think, had a result where you won 80-0 or something.
Yeah. So here's what people don't understand. They looked at that game and they were like, what the hell happened? We're an air raid offense. And, why I love Coach Lungo and the Bucharest system, Stan Bedwell came here a couple years ago. And I don't know if you know who that is, but he's an American quarterback who's been playing in Europe for quite a long time. And he was in the spring league this past season. Now he's going to be a coach. He's retired, but he's a huge advocate of the air raid system. And He worked closely with Coach Mummy, one of the founders of the air raid system. And the whole point of the air raid system is throwing the football, obviously, but giving the quarterback a lot of control at the line of scrimmage. So if I see something, I can change every receiver's route individually. So we have a shit ton of a crap ton of signals.
No, it's fine.
that we have for routes. And, if I see anything, I can give every receiver a different signal. We can snap the ball. Most of the run plays that are done in an air raid offense are checked at the line of scrimmage by me. So if I see they're in a coverage where they're really going to be bailing out, I can check an inside run and, it'll be a great run because everyone's bailing. And what I like about that system is me and Coach Longo have created a great relationship where he trusts me, I trust him. So he gives me a base play call. We get up to the line. If I like it, we take it, we go. If I see something I like more, I immediately change it and we go. And he doesn't question me. We trust each other. So if I make a call and then I come to the sideline, he's like, "Hey, why'd you change that? What did you see?" That's the conversation we have. It's not him getting on me about it. He trusts me. He knows he knows that I know what I'm talking about. So we have a great relationship on that. So that 80-0 game, everything just clicked, man. I was one touchdown away from tying the European record in all of Europe for most touchdown throws in a game. I didn't think I was going to get to it. So when I think I just threw my sixth or seventh touchdown. And then, it's a running clock in Romania when you have a 35-point lead.
Okay.
So it's hard to put a lot of points on a team because the clock doesn't stop anymore. It keeps running.
Okay. It doesn't stop anymore.
No, yeah, because there's 45. A mercy rule. There's a mercy rule. When you're up 35 points, the clock just runs. It stops for timeouts and penalties. That's it. And change of possession. But so, it's mercy rule. We're in the third quarter. I just threw my sixth or seventh touchdown. I'm like, all right, we're not going to get back on the field. So I handed the ball off to Jock on a play, and he took it 25 yards for a touchdown on a run. And so, I thought that was it. I didn't think we were going to get back on the field because I thought their offense would hold the ball, and then that was going to be the end of the game. But then here comes my defense, just forcing turnover after turnover after turnover. And before I know it, I'm at 10 touchdown passes, and I'm like, oh, my God, what is going on?
I mean, what can you do? You cannot start in the third quarter to kneel, right? I mean, nobody would do that.
That's not who we are.
Exactly.
That's not who I am. I'm going to play football, I'm a huge advocate, and you score as many points as possible.
Yeah.
As the other team doesn't like it, they need to stop you. That's not your responsibility to ease up. I don't like that mentality, and that's what I love about the air raid offense. We throw the ball. It doesn't matter what the score is. That's our offense. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to throw the football.
And about that system, I have a question. You also need wide receivers to be very sharp and smart, right? To get everything you say.
So you don't in an air raid offense, you don't really need so much talent at receiver. It helps. Don't get me wrong. Having Alpha Jallo out there helps a lot. Okay. But what you need and what I love about our Romanian receivers, they're quick learners. They're smart and they listen. They understand how I see it. And it helps them break it down even more. And, they already knew the system. So when I came here, it made it easy to integrate my own things into it as well. One of our veteran receivers, Radu, he's a slot guy. He's not the most athletic, but he's a very smart receiver. So we get him open. He gets open because of his intelligence and our play calls. And that's what I love about the air raid system, man. A lot of people think in football to be good at throwing the ball, you just got to have guys like Alpha who can just take the top off. No, you just need to get people open. And it's my favorite part about this game is the chess match between me and the defensive coordinator. There's nothing more fun than having that battle with the defensive coordinator because everyone talks about the quarterback matchup, right? No, what they should be analyzing is the quarterback and DC matchup. That's what they should be analyzing. And that's one of my favorite parts of this game. And it's one of my strengths as a quarterback is my knowledge of the game. I'm not the most athletic, I'm not going to do a Patrick Mahomes, throw it across my body 65 yards downfield. But I'll tell you what, I truly feel I have an NFL caliber football IQ when it comes to controlling the line of scrimmage and all that. So yeah, that's why that 80-0 game, everything was clicking. We didn't have many drops. I mean, that was Alpha's first game, so he dropped the first couple ones, and I think that's just because he was playing a little slow, a little sluggish, because he just came in. He only had a couple practices, and him and I still had to get timing up. But everyone just clicked. The O-line did an amazing job, 0 sacks, and receivers did a great job getting open and then catching the ball and making plays. So that was It was an exciting game. We were 1 point away from setting a Romanian record for most points scored in a game. So, but yeah.
I mean,
like I said in my post, it was defense. I mean, we can't put up that many points, especially with a running clock, unless they get turnovers. So
obviously, and if you do a shutout, like it's not only about the offense possessing the ball all the time, but also the defense making the great stops.
Anytime, especially in college football, the only time you see like teams score that many points is when their defense is getting the ball back quickly. 3 and outs, turnovers, 3 and outs, turnovers, right? So,
well, unless you watch Oklahoma games in the last years, because they score like a lot of points, but like they also receive a lot.
Yeah. That is another way.
True. One last thing about Stuttgart last year, because I want to go back to the ELF in a second. You played for Stuttgart, and we just talked about so many things which are important for a quarterback, like trust from the coaching staff and back, and also the O-line. You guys in Stuttgart had like a lot of issues with your offensive line, mainly due to injuries, because I think every O-liner got injured at some point in the season in Stuttgart. And you could tell that when you came in a couple games, and that was what my colleagues and me, we found so fascinating about your play, that it seemed like you are on the field with your heart. And that's like what we really remembered about Aaron Ellis, that like you had to run for your life sometimes because the O-line couldn't hold. Like defenses like Berlin or Leipzig, you just mentioned him, Kyle Kitchens. There are some sack leaders over there. You played Frankfurt, I think, too.
Times.
So there are a lot of like hard defenses. But in the end, Stuttgart finished last in the season. What would you say now from an outsider perspective? And this is not about like criticizing certain people individually, but what has to change maybe in a franchise like the Stuttgart Surge, or what could they do better that they have more success next year? Because you were in the building, you were in the franchise.
Like I said, like you just said, I'm not here to say negative things about people, or it's football. There's disagreements that happen, a lot of times. I don't think that it helped that I'm not the style of quarterback that fits their offense. It was one of those situations to where they didn't have enough time to do a lot of like background on me. Like, I can move, don't get me wrong. Like, I can move when I need to, but it's not like I'm not like Zach Edwards. I can't scramble and make plays all the damn time. Zach had issues with his O-line as well, but what Zach was good at doing was that almost any given play he could scramble and make plays, down the field. Whereas I'm good in the pocket when moving around to make a play, but when I get out on that outside perimeter, a lot of guys are going to catch me. But it was short notice. They lost their QB. They needed to find an American QB quick. I was in Europe, and I don't think I was a good fit for their system that they wanted to run. And it didn't help that there was just disagreements, and that's football, man. So it's nothing too much to harp on, but I think for them moving forward, there needs to be, and I love my Stuttgart brothers, man. Those young guys went to battle, man, every game. And yeah, the O-line struggled, but a lot of them were first time playing senior ball. And a lot of people, blame them for things. And it's like, man, what do you expect a 20-year-old kid who just played U19 as a tight end and is now playing O-line in the ELF against Kyle Kitchens? Like, what do you demand of them? You know what I mean? And what they gave me was that they cared, and I love those guys and I want to see them succeed. So, going forward, I think things that need to be built on is just like mutual respect, from coaches to players, and there are definitely some coaches on there that really care about the players, but it's not all across the board. And that's where it needs to get to. And also just trust, you got to trust your guys. You put them in positions, you give them the keys to the car, you got to trust them to drive it. You know what I mean? But for me, through all the ups and downs, I was super thankful for the opportunity, and I so thankful to Timo Frank for bringing me in and Coach Martin for giving me the opportunity. No matter how it ended and how things may have shaped out between us as, working together, I just, it doesn't mean I'm not grateful, which I so am. I mean, that the first year of the ELF blew away all my expectations, and it was super exciting to be part of history. Worst case scenario, I never play in the ELF again. I was still part of history, and I was able to, be in that first year, and it was still an exciting memory that I'll definitely keep with me. They need to, just keep fostering the young guys and help bring in veteran talent, not just talent, veteran talent that helps lead them, but I wish them all the success in 2022. I hope my young guys, my boy Dabo was turning heads at the NFL Pathway Program Combine.
Oh yeah, everybody looked at him, right?
Yeah. So hey, he is tremendous athlete, man, and people were sometimes giving a hard time, but when you put a young guy on Shontavious Jones, man, one-on-one coverage with no safety help, he's an ex-NFL receiver, and
for the Chiefs,
he battled his heart out, man. He battled his heart out. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to see Dabo get his shot in the NFL, and then I'm pretty sure he's going to make one of those Pathway Program roster spots.
Yeah, I mean,
I believe it in my heart for sure.
I think they select 15 from London, right?
50, yeah, something like 40? That.
Yeah,
yeah. And then guys like Lewis Geyer, man. I mean, just young guys that have so much raw talent, and that I hope they bring in some really smart coaches to help foster that and take them to the next level, man. It's going to be exciting. I mark my words, Lewis Geyer is going to be a problem in the league for the next 5 years. He absolutely will be.
I will add him as soon as we can play fantasy football for the European League of Football. I will definitely play it, and I will add Lewis Geyer to my team.
Hey, don't sleep on Paul Steigerwald, man. That dude's a monster as well.
We had him in an interview one day, and Paul Steigerwald also could be a perfect bass singer. By the way, his voice,
I believe it,
is so
he's got that deep. Yeah. He's a good guy, man. I love that dude. And he's such a positive guy. And, anytime something went bad, he was always just, hey, we got this. Come on, let's go. And I love that about him. So,
well, that's also the feedback we got from the Stuttgart players we talked to about you, and about the chemistry between the players. So that's why I wanted to ask for your opinion.
Yeah, man, I had zero problems with the players. I loved them all. It was just, like I said, it's business, right? You don't always agree with your boss. You don't always agree with, some of your guys above you, but I just felt that, and I'm sure they kind of felt the same way, that it's not going to be beneficial for either of us if we stayed together for next season too. So yeah, man, I wish them all the best of luck, and I'm excited to see where my career goes next.
So that's also what I want to know. I mean, you're playing for the Bucharest Rebels right now. The season is ending about when? In a month or two?
Let's see. We got the last regular season game this weekend. And then we got the semifinal matchup November 14th, championship game November 28th, and then December 1st, I am going home. I'm going to go back to the States. It's been 10 long months, man. I'm going to go back to the States, spend some time with the family, enjoy some American food and stuff, and then I'll be geared up and ready to come back out here for whatever team I'm going to.
Yeah, having a solid Five Guys burger.
Yeah, no, need it. Need it.
By the way, we have Five Guys in Europe. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
just
know. I
not
was
the
told the
same.
same thing. I was told the same thing.
Oh,
Now, what I'm looking forward to, I don't know if you ever heard it, and if you ever go to America, you got to find a Culver's. It's a big
no.
Midwest thing. Okay, Culver's burgers, they're
Okay.
buttermilk burgers. They're so good.
Oh my God.
Mark it down. If you ever go to the States and you're in the Midwest, find a Culver's. It will change your life.
All right, that's what I heard about Five Guys before I went there first time, and then I went to Five Guys, and I was there. There is this video for all our for our audience, for everybody who's interested. What is a Five Guys burger? Check out on YouTube Five Guys, and then there is a guy making a song about it, why he's eating the
Oh,
bacon
wow.
and remixing it and stuff. You know,
That's funny. That's
it's
funny.
amazing. But we're drifting away in the music area, and I will talk about that in a second. But my question to you, like lastly about football, do you want to play in the ELF again? And are there already conversations or plans what you will do after you come back from the United States or after this season is
Yeah.
over?
Yeah. So, I mean, absolutely, man. I'd love to play in the ELF. I mean, I would like, if everything works out, that I play in the ELF for the next 5 years, and then that's how I retire, playing in the ELF. Now I know it can be challenging, especially on a free agent market where there's brand new teams coming up, and a lot of the brand new teams probably already have guys that they're, been looking at, whatever it may be. But what I feel I have to offer is that I played in the league. I know these players. I know what the talent level is. I know with guys around me, I can be a problem in this league. I can be a very solid player in this league, and I can do, I'm definitely, I'm not gonna, I'm not a big-headed guy. I don't have a big ego at all, but I know what I'm capable of, and I know I can play in this league, and I know I can play in this league at a high level. Like I said, I just need to be in a good system that fits me. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what I'm looking for. All I'll say is, trust me, I'm putting in my effort to talking to teams. So, nothing confirmative yet. I'm just gonna keep working hard, staying prepared for the opportunity, and do everything I can to be in the ELF next year. And if not next year, I'll play. A lot of what the ELF has done for me. It's opened a lot of doors in all the leagues in Europe. And so, worst case scenario, I'm not in the ELF next year. I play in another country like Poland or something, and I'm just gonna ball out, do the best I can, and I'm thinking I might do the thing where I'll play, in one of the spring leagues like Poland or, whatever it is. And then I'll be in Europe and ready in case, someone, God forbid, gets hurt or, someone's having performance issues. Maybe I'll hop back in 3 games in the season like I did with the Surge. I don't know. But you can best believe I'm going to be prepared for if that call comes. I'll be ready for it.
Well, I also think it's the best advertising you guys do right now in the book at the Bucharest Rebels. I mean, for Jock, he extended his contract lately, I heard, with the Berlin Thunder.
Huge congratulations! Hey,
yeah.
he's
listen,
amazing. Man.
I love him.
I got to give a quick shout out to him. From playing against him, he wasn't a big fan of me playing against him because I think in my rankings on the preseason, I had them kind of like near last because of just the, not having an American quarterback situation. So, but, after, we got this whole Bucharest thing and he's my roommate now. So he's an amazing teammate, an amazing friend, an amazing player. So the Berlin Thunder bringing him back is a huge thing. And I'm glad they did it because he deserves that for sure.
He's also funny as hell. We had him in an interview
one time. He can be. Sometimes he's a little annoying. But that's just because I'm living with him now. But it is cool.
All right. Yeah. And what I wanted to say, like you talked about the next teams or new teams in the European League of Football. The Bucharest Rebels are not planning to join the European League of Football, or are they? Was it a conversation, a topic?
I won't say too much.
Okay.
Because I personally, all I know is that this team is way too good to be playing in Romania.
Hmm.
That's all I really know. And I know that they
Hmm.
want to play in another league, whether it's the Siberian League, the Hungarian League, whatever league's closest to them. What I will say is they could play in the ELF.
Okay.
For my time here, the guys here are smart enough, talented enough.
Hmm.
It's raw talent though, because what you struggle in a lot of Eastern European countries is you get a lot of athletic, talented guys, but the programs don't invest a lot in, or even necessarily have the money to invest a lot in like coaching, right?
Hmm.
Like bring in an American O-line coach for a month and just have him break down, because we got 2 starting tackles who are 6'9", 270-pound, just animals, man. I mean, I love these guys. They're beasts, but a lot of their work is technical. They need technical work. So they could easily play in the ELF next year. If another team gave them a chance, brought them in and coached them right, they could be starters in the ELF easy, because I know the ELF is O-line hungry, and they're going to be O-line hungry. The more teams that they add, every team's going to be looking for more O-line. Because I'll tell you what, the one thing the ELF had plenty of was defensive linemen.
Oh yeah.
Almost every team had solid, aggressive defensive linemen. So every team's going to be looking for O linemen. But yeah, I know that they're, especially for next year, they're planning on playing games outside of the country. Trying to play some better talent and get their guys accumulated to that. But yeah, I don't. I see it could happen in the future. It could.
But I tell you something else might interest you. I mean, we have 12 teams right now who are verified. And behind the scenes, we think it will be 16. So like there are still names out there who were there from.
That would be exciting.
London.
That would be exciting going from 8 to 16 teams. That would be very exciting.
I hope that the level of play can still stay at a certain level. But there are some teams or some cities, like London or, for instance, Amsterdam, which were talked about a lot before. Do you hear me still?
I had to plug my headphone in.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So what I want to throw at you, I heard in a conversation lately that also Copenhagen could be a city where something is going on, Could you I mean, you've been to Denmark. Could you imagine them being there?
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Danish league is a competitive league, man. There's only 4 teams right now in the National League, but those 4 teams got players.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, you take those best players, you take the Towers O-line, add some guys from the Gold Diggers, add some guys from the 89ers, add some guys from the Razorbacks, and put 10 imports on that team. You got a team that can stand up to Frankfurt. I mean, that's just my honest to God opinion. Playing against them, I know all of them, like, by name, by, position, all that. And I know them by their talent, skill. And it would be very exciting if Copenhagen brought a team in. I hope that's something that happens in the future, but we'll see, because things are always a lot harder to put together than some people may think.
Are you following more college or NFL football when you watch football?
Both. I'm a big Army Black Knights college fan.
Okay.
Only because I love watching their triple option play. Not because I like running the triple option. I love that every team knows what they're going to do, and they just do it better, so that they are successful. They've had a pretty good past couple years, and they put up 49 points against a 7-0 Wake Forest team. That was insane. Did you watch that game?
No.
They scored 49 points against the 7-0 Wake Forest. Now Wake Forest put up 60 points, so it didn't matter. They still lost, but Army Black Knights put up 49 points against an undefeated team, and that was exciting to watch. But yeah, I mix it up.
So college, and I mean, if everybody knows what you're doing and you still can do it, it's like watching Derrick Henry run the ball, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, pretty much.
so who would you say are this year your top 4 college teams at the end, and maybe the top 4 NFL teams which could make the conference? Just like a quick guess from Aaron Ellis here.
College, Army Black Knights, easy.
Oh, come on, really? I mean,
yeah.
I mean for real. The top team.
To make the college
playoffs? Yeah.
Oh, no, they ain't gonna make it, but that's my team. I'm gonna watch them regardless.
Okay,
they could go undefeated, and the system still wouldn't let them play in the playoffs.
Really?
I hate that. I hope they go to an 8 or 16 team playoff system because there are so many teams that deserve to be in the playoffs that don't get it just because they're not, SEC.
Or called Alabama, because that's what I heard all the time. Alabama can have 2 losses and still
make
discussion.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know for then in college, but I'll tell you what. Ever since Caleb Williams took over for Oklahoma, I'm back on the Boomer Sooner bandwagon because I loved them when Baker Mayfield was there. I loved them when Kyler Murray was there. I loved them when Jalen Hurts was there.
No Spencer Rattler?
No. Ever since watching that QB1 show, man. I've learned a lot playing quarterback, especially playing quarterback in so many different countries with so many different cultures. And, leadership, being a leader, it's always a learning curve, right? You're always learning on how to be a better leader. But it just seems in Spencer Rattler's case, that dude's ego has dominated his life to a point to where he easily lost the locker room. He easily lost the fans. Caleb Williams, I mean, he comes out there with so much fire, and you can tell his love for the game and his teammates that I'm with him. I'm 100% behind that dude, and I love watching him play. I love watching him. He's not afraid to make mistakes. He just plays ball, man. And the grit he has to have now 2 comeback victories in the second half of football in college as a freshman, he's a savage. Love that dude.
Didn't he have one against Texas? Was not one against
Texas, and then
that's the big duel.
Last game they were down Kansas 10-0 at halftime, and then they came back and won that. And then the way he speaks, he presents himself as a great guy with high character, especially for a young kid. He's freshman coming in and having to deal with all that pressure. And he just does it well. Now, NFL wise, I don't think my Bears are going to make it.
Oh, wow.
it's been a long life as a Bears fan. I have hopped on the Cleveland Browns train just because I love that team and how it's run. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan, so I like their system. I like what they're doing. I think they can turn it around and make the playoffs. You're stupid if you don't include Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I wouldn't be surprised if they won it again, to be honest with you. They're just such a resilient team. Nothing phases them. And then I love Kyler Murray too, man. So Arizona Cardinals, I'd be happy if that happened too. They deserve that, dude. Kyler Murray is playing out of his freaking mind. And then the Ravens with Lamar Jackson. Those are my 4 teams in the NFL that I'm rooting for right now.
Well, I love them. I love the Ravens. I mean, you just spoke like perfectly for me because I love Tom Brady for various reasons, because I think the humble approach to the game in a certain way, but also having these psycho side of you where you can switch it off, and be in the zone.
Yes,
but
love it.
Every former teammate loves him, and Hendrik, my colleague Hendrik, will be so mad that we switched this whole conversation to Tom Brady, but thankfully, I am never the one who approaches the topic first. My guests are talking about it.
Well, hey, I'll say one thing about Tom Brady, man. Not and all his players don't love him because he's just super nice to them. They love him because he holds everybody accountable, and he demands that you put in the effort and work, but he always gives it in return. And that's why they love him. Like there was a saying that you don't make a lot of friends being a leader. Being a leader is a very lonely life because friendships are not something that are created the most, but you earn respect by being a leader. You demand accountability, you work your ass off, and you lead by example. And that's what I love about Tom, man. You know, he doesn't ever apologize for how he speaks to his team, speaks to his coaches. Like, he knows that he's doing everything he can to win the game. And he wants your ass doing the same thing. And if you're not, he's going to call you out, and he ain't going to apologize for it. I love watching that dude play. I used to be a Tom Brady hater. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Around that fifth Super Bowl, I was a little bit of a Tom Brady hater. I think it was because he had the long flow. I don't know. But then after that 6, I was like, all right, dude, I just can't anymore. Like, this dude's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I can't.
Yeah. And everybody broke at a certain point, you know.
At a certain point, a lot of people broke. I mean, there's still people hating, but I mean, at that point, you're just a hater. You don't recognize
one of my best
football.
friends. One of my best friends. I talk with him about football all the time. We play a fantasy league. I'm 0-6. He's 6-0. I hate my life for that. You know, like, this is really terrible. And he's telling me all the time about it. But okay, I had you very long here, but we're not finished.
That's all good.
I want to come to our quick quiz, which we do at every end of the show. But today we're trying something special. I hope it works.
All right.
We checked out your stories, and we here at Football, we love that football players are not just football players, you know?
Yeah.
They are not just athletes. They have other talents. They have other jobs in Germany, you know, they have to. And Aaron told some channels that he has a talent. He can sing. Is that correct?
Oh, I am not singing
Aaron,
right now. No way.
Is it correct that you can sing and that you said it?
I can sing country music.
Okay. All right. So,
however, I said I had a talent for singing Don't Stop Believing. Now that is a karaoke talent. That is not a sing to a bunch of sober people on America's Got Talent. Okay.
Okay. So
it's hard when someone asks you, what's a useless talent that you have? And I'm like, well, the things I am talented at aren't really useless because it's my job. But I would say karaoke singing is a useless talent that I have. But no, sir, if you're leaning towards the directions you're wanting me to sing right now, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
So I make you an offer. Is that okay?
Offer. Oh my God.
So I don't want to embarrass anyone here, and I would embarrass myself. Okay, too. So my offer is, I don't know if you know this guy. I forgot his name. He's a YouTuber, and he walks around the cities and with a little microphone, and he always says, "Finish the lyrics." And then he puts.
I've seen that actually.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I've seen
this is
that.
all we do. I will sing a little bit of a line of a song. And the quiz about it is just if you can give me the next line and maybe sing it. You can also talk it, but I'll
talk it. All right. Damn, y'all got me on the ropes here.
Well, I don't know.
Caught off guard, blindsided. I will talk the lyrics. I'll tell you what.
I'm the Kyle Kitchens of the podcast here. So
that's crazy.
So let's do 5 songs, and I will sing it. Okay, if you want,
you're gonna sing it. Okay,
if you want to let me hanging here, okay, by just talking
I'm gonna definitely leave you hanging. I'm sorry.
Let's see if you know the songs. Okay, 5 songs. Right. Let's see how many you get. If you want to sing or talk one line after,
I might talk with a little bit of a melody. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. And by the way, Hendrik forced me to do that. No, he didn't.
Did he? Oh, okay. I was about to get on him. I was gonna get on him.
He loves that stuff. He will crack his pants when he sees that. So, okay.
Oh God.
First one. Okay.
Okay. First one.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You are my fire.
The one desire.
Perfect. What song was it?
Backstreet Boys. Damn, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. I just know the song.
It was "I Want It That Way." We should.
I Want It That Way. You're right.
Yeah,
right.
I know it from Brooklyn Nine-Nine too. By the way,
right.
Amazing show.
Yeah, a great show. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, second one.
Okay, that was easy. That was an easy one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not hard on you here. Okay,
so you're right. All right.
Second one. In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
On the playgrounds are where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, Max. Oh, God, no, I messed that part up. But yeah, I got you.
But
Fresh Prince, baby.
Yeah,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Okay. All right. This is the worst, but I try my best here. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hanging here. I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. And now you.
I believe I can. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I just can't. That's so funny. That's so funny. I was nervous. I thought you were going to stop at a spot where I didn't know. But I'm happy. I'm happy you carried that out to the chorus for me. So thank you for that. That was so kind of you.
So it was, you just said it. Which song?
I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly. Oh, God.
Man, I can.
Great song, awful person.
I know. And I think, by the way, you guys can say your comments about that. You know, you can write it under the video. But I think, in my opinion, you can like a song even though the artist screws up and is horrible. Like,
I agree.
I mean, it's
just listen to it for free. Listen to it for free.
Exactly.
For free.
Don't pay a cent.
Don't pay for it.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and listen to it if you like it.
Okay. So maybe you know this one. Fourth. We just have two left. Okay.
Okay, two left. All right. I'll grit through this.
I just have two lines. One of my favorite songs ever. So be ready.
Okay.
So, one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Keep that in mind. Just remind yourself how I fudge. Tried so hard, despite the way you were mocking me. Yeah, I love that song. Is that by that's by Linkin Park?
Yeah.
I love that song.
It's In the End.
What's the song? Yeah, In the End. Damn it. Can't believe I forgot the name of that song. That is my childhood. Wow. That song's an old one. Good one though. That's a good pick.
We are going a little bit into Aaron Ellis' direction of music.
Yeah, I'm excited to see which song you pick.
It's it's not Chris Young, by the way. Chris Young, amazing. Yeah, amazing. Chris Young will be behind the Instagram story we post about that video. But last song, and I will try to give my best. Okay. Oh my God, you will. Please don't let me hang.
I'm guessing it's country.
It's a little country.
I love hearing Europeans sing country music. It's so much fun.
All right.
It's so much fun.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Do a little Alan Jackson right here. So, okay. I try my best. It's not really country, I think, but you can tell me later about it.
All right.
One of the most famous songs I've ever heard, like regarding country. Let's go. But I got lost a time or two. Wiped my brow, kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you.
Oh,
please.
Every long lost stream led me to where you are. I'm not singing this. I'm just speaking it.
Okay.
Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. Great song. Love that song. Great song. That wasn't me singing, everybody. That was not me singing. Okay. I'm literally just talking with a melody for this guy right here.
But still, thank you very much.
It's a great song. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
God bless the broken road, right?
Yeah. God bless broken road.
Okay.
Love that song.
All right. But to everybody, check out Chris Young. I checked it out because Aaron told me about it. And
favorite country artist, hands down. Love him. You guys will love him too. Stings from the heart, man. It's good music.
Aaron, thank you very much for having so much fun here. Okay. And
thank you, Matt.
Part of this. I wish you all the best of luck for your endeavors in Bucharest. Okay. Win the title there.
Yes,
and then come back to the ELF and let's have another year here in Germany someday.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
I would really
thank you, Matt. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aaron. Like every show ends. By the way, to our subscribers, if you liked it, please comment. If you didn't like it, just comment too. You can like write critiques or anything, so we can get better every time. Like the European League of Football grows, we want to grow too. Share it, and the last words, like always, go to our guests. Aaron, Ellis, here is your moment to sing something for us or to give a shout out.
My moment. Hey man, I just been reflecting a lot lately on just everything going on in the world. Man, show love for people. Don't hide that, man. If you care about people, make sure they know it. Show love to strangers. Show love to people that don't love you. Show love to people that have done you wrong. Just keep spreading love and happiness, man. And I hope that with the ELF that, there's a lot of great players, great people in the league that we can use our platform to help people to, make the world a little bit of a better place. So just keep spreading love, man. That's all I got to say.